Hey, what's up? My name is Jonathan Fink, and welcome to my audiobook series, free on YouTube. Up next, we have The Pokemon Gods Are Real, Chapter 4, The Origin of the Pokemon Gods. Every faith eventually confronts the same question. Where did the gods come from? For Pokemon, the answer is both obvious and insufficient. On the surface, the origin appears rooted in mid-1990s Japan, in the work of designers, artists, and entrepreneurs, whose creations would echo across the world. Satoshi Chajiri imagined a universe of creatures waiting to be discovered, collected, and trained. Ken Sugimori gave those creatures form, personality, and life. Publishers and developers carried the vision beyond its homeland, placing the first scriptures into Western hands. By ordinary reasoning, these individuals are the creators. Yet, origins are never defined by creators alone. History repeatedly shows that ideas do not become popular characters simply because they are invented. They become cherished because the world is ready to receive them. Timing, culture, technology, and human longing must converge. Without that convergence, even the most brilliant creation fades into obscurity. With it, imagination becomes belief. And Pokemon emerged at precisely such a moment. The late 1990s stood at a strange and delicate threshold. The digital world was awakening, but had not yet eclipsed the physical one. The internet existed, yet playgrounds still ruled social life. Rumors traveled by voice rather than algorithm. Objects carried weight in ways pixels could not yet match. Children traded face-to-face, argued over rules, and guarded possessions with fierce loyalty. Into this environment arrived Pokemon, a phenomenon perfectly balanced between game, collectible, and mythology. The cards themselves felt like revelations. The first base set packs were not experienced as mere products. They carried the emotional charge of prophecy. Foil shimmer transformed ink and cardboard into something luminous. Charizard became more than a character. It became an icon. Mewtwo felt less like a creature and more like a myth. Pikachu, smiling and electric, emerged as a chosen emissary, capable of carrying the faith into every household, every culture, and every imagination. Even the commons possessed significance, because every card belonged to a universe where anything seemed possible. But design alone cannot explain devotion. The emergence of the Pokemon gods were fueled by something deeper: desire. Children hungered for wonder, for belonging, for symbols of power that could be owned, traded, and displayed. Pokemon answered that desire with perfect precision. Adults, though often unaware of the long-term implications, felt a different pull: curiosity, nostalgia, speculation, and the quiet recognition that these objects held unusual cultural energy. Two generations, two forms of desire, converged on the same artifacts. The rituals surrounding the cards amplified their power. The tear of plastic, the slow reveal, the suspense of the final card, the foil, the pack art, the booster box, none were merely packaging decisions. They became sacraments, structuring anticipation into ceremony. The gods did not reside solely within the cards themselves, but within the drama of unveiling them. Each pack opening became a miniature creation story, replayed endlessly across bedrooms, cafeterias, and card shop tables. Repetition transformed novelty into religion. The Pokemon gods came into being because imagination met readiness. Technology provided reach. Culture provided meaning. Children provided belief. Communities provided continuity. What began as design became mythology, sustained not by a single creator, but by millions of participants who carried the faith forward through play, collection, storytelling, and memory. Like all intellectual property, they quickly transcended their origins. Pokémon spread across continents and languages. The religion of Pokémon survived dismissals, bans, market crashes, and generational shifts. The fans of Pokémon adapted to new eras, from Game Boy screens to smartphones, from playground trades to global auctions, from casual pastime to cultural institution. Each transformation strengthened rather than diminished them, providing that the origin was never confined to a single historical moment. The origin of the Pokemon gods is not a fixed event in the past. It is an ongoing process. Every new set, every new collector, every new believer extends the creation story. What began in 1996 continues to unfold with every pack opened, every relic preserved, and every moment of wonder rediscovered. End of Chapter 6. Up next, Chapter 7, The History of the Pokemon Gods. If you enjoyed that episode, please smash the like button. If you really enjoyed that episode, please subscribe. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. As always, God bless.